Luigi Mangione has a copycat, or at least that's what it seems like. Seems like he's got a copycat. Interesting how glorifying a cold-blooded murderer will cause other people to emulate his actions. Funny how that works. Shout out to the Daily Mail. Luigi Mangione copycat unmasked as his mother reveals why he turned up at United Healthcare ready to kill. An apparent Luigi Mangione copycat who turned up at United Healthcare's Minnesota headquarters with a gun has been unmasked in his police mugshot. Pawn shop worker Ian Stanley Wagner, yeah, that sounds like a fucking killer name, 26, was arrested on Monday after he arrived at the facility in Minnetonka just 4 months after Mangione, 26, allegedly gunned down the health insurance giant CEO in New York City. The FBI's Minnesota field office told Daily Mail Wagner contacted them at 10:47 a.m. Quote, issued threats of violence directed at the United Healthcare facility if specific demands were not met. Within minutes of receiving the call, the FBI initiated a coordinated response with our partners, an FBI spokesperson said. Well, at least they're good for something. Like, I tend to agree that not literally every single field office and every single person working for the FBI is, like, bad or whatever. Like, a lot of them are basically just cops. They're just, like, federal cops, which, we have the marshals for that, but whatever. A trained FBI crisis negotiator established contact with the individual by phone from within the FBI building, and Minnetonka police was on scene along with two FBI task force officers. Wagner surrendered after around 45 minutes. Fucking quitter. What a bitch. And Minnetonka police took him into custody. He appeared dazed while wearing a prison-issue orange jumpsuit in his police booking photograph. The FBI added that the investigation is in its early stages, but there is currently no indication that the individual had specific grievances against United Healthcare. However, Wagner told ABC affiliate 5 Eyewitness News that her son called her from outside the United Healthcare HQ and told her he was going to shoot into it. Yeah, it's entirely possible this dude had no political motive at all. Like, it's possible that he had, like the alleged motive for Luigi Mangione was that, like, he's in chronic pain and United Healthcare or something to that effect. Like, he had a back surgery or something and he needs more treatment, but the insurance wouldn't cover it or whatever. So, but this guy might not have any. He might have just saw them as an easy target specifically because Luigi took a shot at them too. Or maybe it's completely unrelated and it's just a coincidence that 4 months after Luigi Mangione does his thing, this guy does this. It could be completely coincidental. Sources also told the outlet that a gun was found in the front seat of Wagner's car. It appears that barriers in the parking lot stopped his vehicle from entering the facility. His mother said he's on the spectrum and has been suffering with mental health issues. Yeah. Reopen the asylums. According to his social media profiles, Wagner lives in Hopkins, Minnesota, where he works as the lead pawnbroker at Easy Corp. I have no idea what that is. United Healthcare is America's biggest health insurer, covering more than 49 million people. It is headquartered at 9700 Healthcare Lane in the outskirts of Minneapolis. Police records obtained by KSPT show that Minnetonka police stationed an officer at the site as they heightened security in the days after Mangione, 26, allegedly gunned down healthcare boss Brian Thompson in Manhattan on December 4th. Mangione has attracted a substantial fan base of mainly female supporters and a cult-like following, sparking fears about the possibility of copycat killings. Health industry, it's always women, isn't it? It's always women. What is up with them and, like, killers? Well, we know what's up with them and killers, but still, it's just funny. They just woman moment. Health industry heavyweights, executives, and politicians across the country from New York to California have been on the high alert since Thompson's murder. Luxury security firm Fortified Estates previously told DailyMail.com they've seen a boom in demand for security fittings, including infrared robotic cameras, bulletproof glass, and secret doors to safe rooms. Mm. Look at this schlub. It's an absolute schlub. Meanwhile, Mangione has been imprisoned at Metropolitan Detention Center in Brooklyn since his arrest at a McDonald's in Altoona, Pennsylvania on December 9th. U.S. Attorney General Pam Bondi announced earlier this month that she has directed prosecutors to seek the death penalty against the Ivy League graduate. Based, I agree. It's the first time the Justice Department has sought to bring the death penalty since President Donald Trump returned to office in January with a vow to resume federal executions after they were halted under the previous administration. Luigi Mangione's murder of Brian Thompson, an innocent man and father of two young children, was a premeditated, cold-blooded assassination that shocked America, Bondi said in the statement. I'm pretty sure I read that when I covered Pam Bondi calling for Luigi Mangione's execution. Yeah, I've read all this before. Karen Friedman Angfilio said the Justice Department has moved from dysfunctional to the barbaric. Mm-hmm. Mangione is caught in the high-stakes game of tug-of-war between the state and the... Yeah, I read all that shit before. Um... The state charges carry a maximum punishment of life in prison. Mangione has pleaded not guilty to a state indictment and has not yet been required to enter a plea on the federal charges. Prosecutors have said the two cases will proceed on parallel tracks, with the state case expected to go to trial first. It wasn't immediately clear if Bondi's announcement will change the order. Mangione was arrested December 9th in Altoona, Pennsylvania. Yeah, okay, we already heard all that. Um, Police said Mangione had a 9mm handgun that matched the one used in the shooting, and other items, including a notebook in which they say he expressed hostility towards health insurance industry and wealthy executives. Among the entries, prosecutors said was one from August 2024 that said the target is insurance because it checks every box, and one from October that describes an intent to whack an insurance company's CEO. United Healthcare said Mangione has never been a client of theirs. Interesting. So yeah, I guess his mom, Luigi's better looking. He wanted to do it so chicks would write him love letters in prison like the other murderer. TDS is real. He thought he would become a folk hero like Luigi. Don't see it. He is a basement dweller. Yeah, I mean he's not as handsome as Luigi. He didn't actually kill anybody. Like he just this was like just two mentally ill dudes acting out. One trying to probably substantially less mentally ill than the other. At least Wagner didn't kill anybody. So, that's good. But yeah, and also, like I said earlier, and it's just a consistent thing that this is like, it's not a gun issue, man. This is a mental health issue. We got a lot of mentally ill people acting a fool out here in these streets and nowhere to put them because we closed all the sanitariums. But yeah, if, let me know what you think below, comment, like the video, sub, follow the links, sub to all of my alternate stuff. Follow me on X. Yeah, throw me a bone.